Hey, I got something for you today.
Okay.
Instead of trying to be clever or funny, because I know it's hard on you, which fictional character would be the most fun to have as a friend?
Any fictional character?
Yeah.
Hobbs.
All on the table. Really? You didn't even think about things for a little bit?
Why would I need to think about things? Hobbs is perfect because Hobbs, as an imaginary friend, is literally everything you need him to be.
But you wouldn't want like Wild Thing from Major League helping you get laid. And
Wait,
stuff like
Wild
that.
Thing was fictional?
Yeah. Well, is he based on a real guy?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Don't even tell me Marty McFly's real.
Marty McFly's not real?
Sorry. Just spoiled Santa Claus too.
It's okay. Wild Thing Vaughn is also not real.
So you're doubling down on Hobbs.
I don't see how it could be anything else.
I didn't even know you watched that movie Hobbs and Shaw.
I didn't watch Hobbs.
Which one was he? Was he The Rock or was he Jason Statham?
Jason Statham. I don't know.
How do you know that if you didn't watch the movie? Did I just catch you in a fictional lie?
How do I know that I did know that? I don't know that you've watched the movie and you know which one Hobbs is.
I do. Well, I've watched the movie that led to that. I didn't.
Why
watch
are
that
you
movie.
mad at my answer? Why is Hobbs not the?
I thought you would actually. I thought you would falter a little bit, and you'd be like, "I got to really think this out."
No, Hobbs, 100 times out of 100.
Okay.
What's yours?
Fictional character? Jesus.
And that's why we can't have a podcast.
Why not? He's a fictional character.
No, Jesus is not a fictional character. He was a real dude. He just may not have walked on water or turned bread into fish or whatever.
Fictional character would have to be Spider-Man. Or, what am I talking about? Optimus Prime, dude.
That you're going to say Megatron, who is also directly behind you.
I don't know if I'm good enough to hang out with Optimus Prime because it'd just be me sitting inside his cab crying.
I know.
While he takes me into action, saving the world.
I know what you're saying because from watching the movies, I know you're not cool enough to hang out with Optimus Prime.
I would be, but he'd have to clean up a lot of urine, dude. And I couldn't be there when he dies.
Even a better reason to have an actual imaginary friend, fictional character as the perfect person. He can't die till you die.
I don't know. All right, Optimus Prime.
I would have been better with the Indian in the cupboard than Optimus Prime.
Well, I was going to say, is it Falcor?
Little Bear? Is that the name of the Indian in India?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I was going to say Falcor, the dragon in
the band.
Falco. The dragon from Neverending Story.
No, isn't there a band named Falcor also?
There might be.
Oh.
There's a band named Atreyu.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Because also same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's where they named it from. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen the band Bill Murray?
No.
I spell it Bilmuri.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I was like, that's pretty clever.
You seen that heavy metal band that all dresses like Ned Flanders?
Yes. Did you sent me something for that, didn't you?
I might have.
So out of all the movies,
everything in the history of ever,
cartoons,
Hobbs.
That'd be a pretty fun pick. But I don't know. I feel like Spider-Man or Superman would be fun.
I'm not saying that the other characters wouldn't be fun.
You think he's the fictional character? Well, even like out of a book?
Yeah, because again, as an imaginary friend, he was everything Calvin needed him to be at any given moment. What about Bill or Ted?
Oh, good pick.
I wouldn't want that, but I'm offering that for you.
If you watched the movie, you would. Actually, I would love to go hang out with Bill and Ted.
I would probably also love that. Mm-hmm. You said pick the one.
The one. Number one.
I'm done.
Hobbs. I'm proud of you. I'm glad I can do it. I'm flaky.
You sure are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm good.
All right. Are we done here?
Yeah.
All right, great.
That's my favorite fictional character, Jason Bateman.
Real dude.
No. Then why isn't he answer when we ask for him to?
Maybe we're fictional.
Teen Wolf 2.
Lost in New York.
TWT. All right, buddy. It's the new year.
Is it officially?
It's officially the new year.
Oh, because I couldn't remember if this fell on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Either one, we'll take it. It is actually on New Year's Day, so it was the new year.
So U2 is going to play us in?
Hey, you know what? I could actually probably set this to release at midnight instead of 3 a.m.
To be fair, nobody's going to listen to this at midnight on New Year's Day.
That's true. I will.
In fact, if we get any listens by 7 the next evening, I'll be surprised. That includes me.
Oh, yeah, you are a drinker. All right. It's the new year, buddy.
Is it?
Yeah, let's get sauced.
No, you should have done that yesterday.
Yeah, but I don't drink, so.
Oh.
I thought you were going to like bring some gravy over today or something like that.
Well, you could have had barbecue.
Yeah, that's a good sauce.
You could have gone to Jack in the Box. Do you know how many sauces they have now?
Dude, they got the new one, the pork chop and apple sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
You don't remember that?
No,
Pork chops and apple sauce.
No, I remember that, but is that actually a Jack in the Box sauce, or are you just being an idiot?
No. Oh, you got something against the Brady Bunch?
Well, first of all,
Bobby
yes,
Brady?
Especially Bobby.
He's the only one that came out of that show
He's the worst
unscathed.
Brady.
No, he wasn't. I thought
He's the only one that came out of that show unscathed.
yeah, all the rest aren't they dead and on like drugs and married hookers
Well,
and
I
shit?
think some of them were just dead because of old age.
Okay. Not like that.
Also, no, Greg came out mostly unscathed.
But he was like 40 when he was filming that, when he was like supposed to be like 18 or whatever.
So when did you decide to stop being sauced?
For the holiday?
No, just in general. Like, because you used to drink a little bit, right?
Yeah. Long time ago. This is supposed to be a funny show, right?
Well, it's supposed to be, but you're one of the hosts, so
I know.
it usually fails.
I quit drinking after, well, 2 reasons. I lost a friend to a drunk driver way early on. Kind of rocked my world a little bit. So I don't want to bring it down that. But then I also found friends in the band I was in. And those guys, I don't even remember why they did, but they went completely sober. Like they stopped drinking.
They were straight edge.
Yeah. So they stopped all the gay stuff and they were totally straight. A couple of them still smoked cigarettes, but that was it. So we'd have parties and nobody would be drinking and stuff. So I kind of found my people at the right moment. And it happened to be music in a band as well. So nobody believed that we were clean and sober because we were a rock band with long hair. And
sure, but now literally everybody around you drinks.
yeah, I still don't drink. So
I'm not trying to pressure you into. Well, I
it
have
sounds
tried
kind of
to,
like you're trying to pressure.
I have tried to pressure you into drinking, but I'm not currently trying to pressure.
You guys actually got me to get my first drink in a while. It was a sip, but at Father's Day 2 years ago. No, so I haven't been sauced in a while. It would not take much to get me sauced.
I believe that.
Yeah. But, you've been hanging around me. Do I really need to be drunk?
Sometimes.
I don't know. Do you think I'd be worse?
I don't think it, to be fair, I don't think you need to be drunk.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you need to slow your brain down. And I think that maybe a drink or two would help you sometimes.
You're probably right. And I didn't used to have that problem, but that's totally how I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know that it's a means by which to deal with anxiety. But
are we talking about me keeping my train on the tracks again? I'd asked you last time you've been sauced, but that was like now.
I'm not sauced at all. I haven't even had a drink yet today.
Yeah, but we're starting the first episode this week. So by the second one, he'll be about 3 in.
I wasn't even sauced at the party the other night.
Were you? You had to drive though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I was counting it back. I actually had as many drinks as Candace did. It's just mine were like beers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Urban Dictionary has sauced listed as really, really extremely intoxicated. To be intoxicated to the point where all you can say is, I'm sauced. Little.
I don't think that has ever been the case. Like, that's when you know that you're sauced, when you go, I'm sauced. If you're properly sauced, you won't even remember the word sauced.
Exactly. And it'll sound more like sauce. Having too much to drink, similar words, plastered, hammered, trashed. Hammered, we used to use all the time.
Plastered, I've definitely used.
A little bit.
Trashed, yeah. I've definitely used.
Trashed all the time, yeah. To be very drunk, shit-faced. Shit-faced is probably top of the list back when I used to use that.
Yeah.
But that's just because, I was going to say my face resembles poop, but.
They know already. They've seen the pictures. You don't need to explain.
I am a cute son of a bitch. I'm a cute podcasting son of a bitch.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're like the poop where it's like perfectly formed into a little cone.
The little emoji that's not actually poop is actually supposed to just be a chocolate ice cream. Yeah, chocolate ice cream squirrel. Chocolate ice cream squirrel. New
Band name.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the stage, chocolate ice cream squirrel.
Okay, I'll let you read this one because it gets a little far-fetched, but
Why do you always let me read the terrible ones? The term used to acknowledge someone who has just been owned or served by someone else. Sauced is usually said by the outside person in a group of people. This term is commonly used in Massachusetts. Now, I'm going to read the example. I haven't gotten there yet because I'm still held on to this term is commonly used in Massachusetts, which by definition means that I'm going to hate this description.
This is Boston's fault, right?
Everything is their fault. Jamie would never be the name of a person in Massachusetts. Hey guys, what's been going on? Brad, haha, did your mom pick out those clothes for you? Billy, you just got sauced. Jamie, come on, guys. So
pretty thorough, I guess.
I mean, it does go to the definition, which has been owned, except that owned already exists. So clearly they needed another word for it. Have they done that before?
We haven't done owned. We did pwned.
No. I mean, has Boston done a word that they didn't need to do?
Oh, yes. Your favorite word.
Which one is it?
There's a movie named after it right now in the theaters.
Is there?
Yeah, it's about witches and shit.
Oh, Wicked.
Wicked.
That's right. So what I've learned about Massachusetts, I'm going to center more on Boston because there are parts of Massachusetts that are likable.
And that state is absolutely beautiful.
And to be fair, the city of Boston, like being in it, I love it. It's just any of the people in it that really.
So you're really waiting for that zombie apocalypse, right?
Also, we just
claim Boston.
We definitely just went from 33 to 31 listeners. Listen, guys, you're great. I hate your sports teams. I hate the fans of your sports teams.
Is that where truly the hate's coming from?
I hate the owners of your. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I mean, aside from every movie that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have ever made, I don't know anything really about the city of Boston as far as the people are concerned.
But I would say any Boston sports team and any Chicago sports team, those fans are locked into a certain demographic, when you think of them, you can hear their tone.
There's a difference though. First of all, I shouldn't say that I don't know anybody outside of people that are fans of Boston sports teams, because if somebody has ever resided in this city of Boston, they're a fan of at least one of those sports teams, and they are just as insufferable as every other sports fan in that city.
Yeah. My favorite band's from Boston.
Is it Boston?
Actually, that's my wife's favorite band.
Extreme.
Extreme was, they were put together in Boston. And one of my other favorites.
They don't even have Portuguese people in
Aerosmith.
There are plenty of things to like from Boston, just not their sports teams or the fans of their sports teams.
I was just thinking about like how I kind of fell out of the love for football.
Made me want to get sauced.
You should.
I had to bring it back in. Go ahead.
And the Patriots, like, just for that 10 years, just killed my love for football. Anything I had for football.
Well, and that was tough too. I mean, specifically for us, like when you're watching a guy that grew up a huge Joe Montana fan in the Bay Area, and he was making this other team with its insufferable fans and coach everything that you wanted your team to be.
True. That is true.
It made it harder to stomach.
I gotcha. Sauced, I think, is still pretty current. It gets used a bunch. My daughter and her bestie, who were recording here a few months ago, they wanted to jump all over this word because they happened to be getting sauced at the moment they were recording. But
they weren't getting. They were already there.
We'll pull it back. They were they were a little tipsy.
No, they were a little tipsy, I think, when they walked in the house.
Oh, that's true. Pre-gaming. My son has discovered pre-gaming before he goes out now. But
I mean, it makes it theoretically less expensive.
Well, he doesn't. That's the main reason these boys are pre-gaming. They don't pre-game to the point where you're like, wow, they're just literally getting things started. But
that's what pre-gaming is supposed to be. What kind of pre-gaming did you hang around?
Well, like this last time, like he just went out the other day. Him and his boys they're fitness guys. Like they just love to be fit. They're in great shape. They work out all the time. So when he gets ready to pregame for a night out, he pregames the pregame by taking the right kind of supplements and drinking a lot of hydration, all that stuff. He didn't do that this time, and he just straight went to the pregame. He's felt like dog shit for a day and a half now.
Good for him.
Yeah. But the thing is, he goes, like, even in his worst moments of a hangover, he goes and works out, comes back. I feel great. And I'm like, God, I hate you. It's like he just sweats it out. He's like Captain America.
That's
dude.
okay. Age comes for everybody.
True.
But I mean, there is some value in that. Like if you go and you legitimately are sweating the alcohol out of your system. So
yeah. And my son likes to talk a good game. Well, I don't know how much this is going to make it in, but he likes to talk a game about drinking, but he doesn't drink yet.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he ever will. Like he drinks, but like a little bit gets to him. He doesn't have hardly any body fat on him. So
he doesn't drink, and he drinks kind of like I drank when I was like 19.
Yeah.
Even though he's 21, but because he didn't get into it before he could legally do it. And so he drinks all the stuff where I wouldn't be surprised if he feels like shit and has headaches quite a bit because a lot of the stuff that he likes is sugary.
Yeah. Or his pre-gaming, they'll do the stuff like the college drinking. Like I'll just drink it because we'll drink it right now. He does like the more sugary tasting. He likes something that tastes good, but
that's one surefire way to get yourself sauced.
Yeah. We should, he likes vodka. We should start a vodka business called Sauced.
No.
Why not? We spell it with 2 Z's.
Wouldn't that be soused?
But
No, soused.
Pretty close.
No, we're not going to call it that.
Do you like
also,
vodka?
my son likes drinking vodka, so we're going to start a vodka company. Like, your logic train. Were you chewing the gum again earlier?
Yeah, but we ate, so it killed that. Should I grab another piece right now?
No.
I'll split one with you.
No, you won't.
We were talking about Nero gum. It is the best gum ever to be neuroed.
Did you say ever to be Naruto'd?
Yeah. Neurotoed. Isn't that anime?
Yeah.
Neurogum. Energy and focus.
I've been around you when you chewed it. It is definitely never given you focus.
When you
Not
gave me,
one singular time.
I think it's in our most recent episode that's up right now. We discussed the energy gum because I went hard on it that episode.
Yeah.
And you went hard on the whole energy and focus. But you sound really good when you're saying that. If we could get these guys to listen to you, I could see you being the voice for Neurogum.
Neurogum. Chew it just like my co-host does.
Energy and focus.
Energy and focus.
Powered with natural caffeine, balanced with L-phenylalanine.
Okay.
Infused with B vitamins. I only fucked up that one, the fine.
Yeah. That's all you fucked up for sure.
Mm-hmm. I should be getting that sponsorship.
How do you turn bees into vitamins? That's what I want to know.
Refresh your body and mind. Perfect for after you've been sauced.
Actually, to be fair, that probably would be perfect for after you've been sauced.
I hear you. I've actually heard you use it just to use it. So
yeah, because I feel, and this isn't true at all, because I think the word, the like British thing for it is like schnockered or something like that. But for some reason, I feel like sauced sounds like appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And so any word that sounds English appropriate, I just attribute to the British because we ruin the language so much. So I use it because it, to me, sounds like something that the British would use as a slang term for drunk.
Okay. I kind of wanted to do our little thing like best 3 times you've been sauced, but I think we've done that too much with drinking stuff. We've gone on to the drinking stuff before and done that. And I don't know. I mean, you probably have plenty more sauced
I do.
stories you could tell.
So many.
But I think you told the best ones, or at least the worst ones.
I've told the best ones that you've heard.
Okay. Do you have a good sauce story? Like you drank too much and it didn't turn out bad. It's something great happened, or you had a fantastic night.
No.
I think when your friends duct taped you to the ceiling was pretty good.
They didn't duct tape me to the ceiling.
You were hanging from the ceiling, right?
Yeah, they just held me with their hands. They held my feet to the ceiling.
If I was there, you got duct taped.
No, where are you going to find duct tape in Las Vegas? Don't answer that.
Anywhere.
No, like I've had.
You just borrow it from the hooker?
Okay, I have the story.
Nothing there, huh?
Use Bart for the hooker.
Borrow it from the hooker.
Oh,
Because you're in Vegas, you're drinking. There's got to be a
I mean,
hooker.
they do have
around,
the
right?
people that are dressed up as Simpsons characters. So one of them probably is a hooker.
Bart the hooker. She's awesome. Bart the hooker.
She's voiced by a female, or he's voiced by a female. So
When you're with her, she's like, "Don't have a cow, man."
Nancy Cartwright, you've gotten so dirty.
Oh my god.
So I have the Halloween story that turns out really well until it doesn't. That was pretty good.
You want to like stop that right before it gets to the bad stuff?
Sure.
How come you didn't use it for a Halloween episode? I asked you for a bad Halloween thing.
That wasn't, I mean, the whole thing wasn't bad. So it was at our friend Dave and Gwen's house, and they were throwing a Halloween party.
Oh shoot, this is one I know, right?
I don't know. Is it?
This is one of the first ones you ever told us.
Is it?
I think so.
How does it end?
Either this is the one where is this the one you took your dress off and you started winning everything?
Oh, yeah.
And then you got sick in the car on the way home?
I hate how my good story is you took your dress off and started winning everything. But factual.
Ding, ding, ding. He wins. This is a fun little story, though.
So Dave and Gwen, they're having a Halloween party.
Hmm.
Candace and I, it was like our first Halloween really together. And so we dressed up as she was the ringmaster for a circus and I was the bearded lady.
Yep.
And I looked more like Jesus wearing a dress, but that's not important. And so
But honestly, if you know you're supposed to be the bearded lady, I think you nailed it. At least in the pictures I saw.
yeah, for sure. And so Dave had a keg of Sierra Nevada Celebration Ale hooked up to his kegerator. And I had this big like stein, and I never let that thing get below the 1/3 point. Like I just kept pouring and pouring and drinking.
He's a pro.
Pouring. And in the backyard, they had beer pong set up, and I was playing and not doing very well. And I know that you know that if there's one thing that I am, it's competitive for no good reason.
And side note, every time beer pong has become if it's even in the vicinity of us, this guy is like a overhypered puppy.
Yeah.
Like he turns into a 14-year-old.
Which is weird because I didn't play it until not until I moved here. I played it at home, but like it was a thing that would be played at the fraternity house sometimes, and I never played it.
You turned our backyard into that. You were so excited.
I didn't turn your backyard into that.
Oh my God.
Your
you should have
son
seen
turned your backyard into that, and I showed him what's what.
No, he popped his collar. He was like, "Come on, bros, we're gonna do this." He was just throwing his arms up and he was laughing. He was having a good time.
You're derailing my story.
He was high-fiving himself. It's pretty good.
You're derailing my story.
Nope.
And so I wasn't doing very well, and I don't like not winning at things
Which
in
is
general.
True. Which is true.
But especially beer pong, now that I found out that I'm decent at it.
Mhm.
And which it's not actually beer pong, it's Beirut, but that's not important.
Now who's derailing himself?
Me. So I wasn't doing well, and I felt like it was from the restrictive nature of the dress, which to be fair, the dress was not restrictive in any way whatsoever. I just had never done anything active in a dress.
In fairness, that's a great point for any man, I would assume.
Most men.
Yes.
And I was playing against my roommate, Jurgen. I think he was still my roommate then. And he's kind of a shit talker when he's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So I did what any red-blooded American would do.
Wearing a dress.
Took off my dress.
Yes.
So I was standing there in pantyhose over my chones. And I had been wearing a bra. So I took off the bra too, I think. And I completely annihilated him. Like just completely destroyed him from that moment going forward.
That's like a scene from Rocky Picture Horror Show.
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Rocky Picture Horror.
You can't just take all 4 words and put them in whatever order you want. It's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Little, yellow, Nuprin.
Different.
Nailed it.
Yeah. So that was really good. The time after that, not as great. But up until that point, really good.
Yeah. You were feeling no pain. I'm proud of you. I wouldn't have told everybody that story if it happened to me.
Oh, the thing is I've done a decent amount of embarrassing stuff, especially due to alcohol. And at the end of the day, like I'm still sitting here talking to you. So how bad is it really?
Well, and Candace stayed with you after that, right?
Yeah. She married me after that.
All right. It must have nice legs, dude.
I mean, I do.
I mean, he has a hell of a rack. I mean,
I do have a nice rack.
Anybody knows that.
Yeah. So, yeah, could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Well, for our listeners, it's the new year.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you guys had a good night. I don't know if that includes being sauced.
And when we say good night, we mean good night like 2 days ago, because for sure you haven't done anything productive with your days since then.
Yeah. We hope the new year brings you stuff to where you don't have to get sauced too often to deal with it, or vice versa is going so well, so you're celebrating, so you can go get sauced, right?
Sure.
No, it's going to be a crazy year. I'm hoping we're going to be finishing out this season, and next season, hopefully we got a few new ideas. We'll see if they pan out.
They're mostly going to be contingent on whether it pans out for him, because he's going to have to do all the hard work on them.
Heavy lifting. But I don't know. I feel like if we break through next year, I'll get sauced. It won't take much.
Mm-mm.
Come on. Let's get out of here. Let's go get sauced. Get ourselves ready for this new year, because we're going to fucking need it. Right?
I guess. Why are we going to need it?
You know.
Do I? I mean, I just asked why are we going to need it, so I feel like I don't know why we're going to need it.
Because we're going to get popular. We're going to
be the head of our class.
We're going to get podcast laid.
The head of the class. Popular. Do you remember that song?
Keep going.
I don't remember the rest of the lyrics.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
I mean, we can listen to it.
Is that the title song to that TV show?
No, it's by a band called Nada Surf.
Man, I got to start getting you on the music tip, because you don't listen to anything that's right.
I don't listen to anything.
I mean, come on, dude. Have you ever heard of Nickelback?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got a band for you, Creed. If that don't make you get sauced, I don't know what will.
You want to go see the 45 Cent tour?
The 45 Cent?
Yeah, it's 50 Cent and Nickelback.
But don't.
Actually, we can do the $1.45 tour. 50 Cent, Nickelback, and Ty Dolla $ign.
Sorry, listeners. Let's start the new year with we'll cut him off now because he's close to being sauced.
It's the Beatles.
Oh, this could be tough. I'm going to unplug his mic. We'd love to hear from you. Start out this new year with some emails. They can reach us where?
Line hangoutslangout@gmail.com.
Perfect. Or check us out on all our socials and tell your friends to stream us wherever they like to hear this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Send us a word that you want us to do. Send us a word that we did wrong. There'll be lots more emails for that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're from outside the 4 walls of the United States of America, which is actually like 12 walls or so,
mm-hmm.
But not the southern wall,
mm-hmm.
which doesn't exist. Send us something from your locale that we may not have heard yet that's slang, because we like going international from time to time. We haven't in a while.
And the only email we ever get is from that one guy who's promised us, he's found us like $45 million in gold, and we just got to get back to him in time.
Yeah, we don't want that email.
Yeah.
Unless you have $45 million.
Yeah.
But we're pretty sure that guy doesn't, so we haven't responded yet.
Well, 2024 was a heck of a year, good or bad. We will not get into too much of that. But thank you for everybody that's taken this journey with us for this past 365 days. And hopefully you're sober by now by the time you're hearing this.
For those of you listening, it was 2024, which was a leap year, so it was 366 days.
Oh, goddamn math.
Always good to end on a high note. I'm Matt.
And I'm Opera Dan. What's his name's character? Opera Man. So Opera Dan.
And then wait, I need another character that he did.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm Opera Man.
And I'm Matty Boucher.
Oh. Haterade.
And this is Hang Out with Your Slang Out. Welcome to 2025, bitches.
We'll see you on the flip side.
closing this episode?
Yeah, we have an intro to it we already did. So
Yeah, but what if you have to cut things like when you were talking about gay people and stuff?
the gay stuff stays in all the time. You know,
Sadly, I do know that.
it's in their dictionary. It always stays in. I didn't jump on the whole gay root thing you just said.
I didn't say gay root.
What'd you say?
Beirut.
Oh, I heard gay root. I was like, yeah, I used to look at that magazine too. Right? Nothing. Give me that energy gum again. God damn
It's so weird that any podcast company that we like has not bought our podcast yet. So strange.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
We're never going to be able to do video.
Sure we will. We're just going to have to cut a bunch.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to freaking comb my hair to be on to do record. That's going to suck.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going to use
I've
filters
never
and
seen
shit
you
and
with
make us look
filmed hair, so
make us look like Kardashians and shit. Are we going to do that?
no, but we can do it where we film with our iPhones and we do the memojis instead of us. So it's a real background and then us as memojis.
I just like you saying memoji.
Memoji.
Awesome.